What's good, y'all? So this video is gonna be about expressing yourself. You can't be afraid to express yourself because that's where so many beautiful things just start happening. And you start getting into like a flow state of your creation. Because once you let that flow state kind of get away from you, sometimes it's kind of tough to get it back. Let me give you an example. It's like if you're with a girl for a long time, and not a long time, but like you're with a girl and it's that honeymoon stage and everything's all good, everything's vibey, you can't do nothing wrong. You could do something wrong, but she gonna overlook it because she just want, you know what I mean. She want everything to be all good still. But check this out, like there's vibes in between y'all. There's vibes there. There's vibes there. So check it out. Like goes to fast forward to the part where it is not all good anymore. Fast forward. And check it out. Now, for some reason, things ain't all good anymore. Things ain't all good anymore. You know how hard it's gonna be to get back. Like, think about it. For both parties, for you and for her, sure, you may like miss her attention, you may miss her vibes, you may miss her body, you may miss a lot of different things that y'all had in common. But how are y'all gonna get that chemistry back the way it was when y'all are both in the back of your mind thinking like, why did this motherfucker do this and that pissed me off and started the whole separation of us in the first place? You feel me? It's the symmetry, it's the chemistry. That's the word I'm looking for. Chemistry. It's like chemistry between you and you. It's the inner chemistry. So if you mess up the inner chemistry of yourself, it's just hard to get back in there. So once you're vibing and you're vibing good, let yourself vibe good and just keep going. Never feel like you're not worthy enough to express yourself. Like, even if, let's say you want to rap or whatever, right? But you just saw the Super Bowl halftime show and you saw Kendrick doing his thing. And you're like, wow, I don't know if I could ever be at that level, right? But you're just stopping yourself before you even get started with the comparisons, and just know that you can never really get to that flow state and chemistry. Like I said, that chemistry that's so necessary, and it's not with somebody else, it's with you. It's with your inner self, with your higher self, that it's so important to have that chemistry with yourself. It's like you and your inner self and who you really truly want to be. Once those two are in holy matrimony, that's whenever things start really coming to life the real way that you want it to. Stop holding yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. Like, if you want to just get up and scream, express yourself, because you never know, that might be the one thing that you need to do to allow yourself to really feel what you need to feel, and you're not going to be depressed anymore. It's so different whenever you're actually able to express the feelings and the emotions that go in and out and about you every single day. So that's why you gotta be open. You gotta be open to expressing yourself. You can't be like, oh man, this doesn't sound like a Kendrick song. This doesn't sound like a Drake song. This doesn't sound like D Savage. This doesn't sound like Wiz Khalifa. This doesn't sound like I'm just naming some artists that I like. Like, this doesn't sound like Larry June. So how am I gonna get jiggy to this shit? How am I gonna get jiggy to this shit? leave it all behind. It's not even what it sounds like half the time. Sometimes you just gotta get it out. You just gotta get it out. You just gotta let yourself feel. Even if you don't feel good, express that feeling. Maybe that's a feeling that you need to let out. And the more you just keep compiling all these different feelings inside yourself, man, like, the more you end up in some type of toxic mind frame. So just don't be afraid to just let it out, bro. That's like a part of being creative that is beautiful, that a lot of people just overlook, especially with the men, because they're just like, oh man, you're not supposed to be talking about emotions. Like, that's not manly. Well, bro, a lot of men are just killing themselves. Oops, I should say unaliving themselves. Because they don't know how to express their feelings, and they don't know who to express them to. And when they don't have anybody to express them to, and they don't have an accurate way to express them, they can't handle it, and it's just like a volcano, they erupt. So don't feel like it's only it has to be chemistry with you and somebody else. It's the inner chemistry. The inner chemistry with you and you. You and your inner self. You and your higher self. You and God. Whatever you believe in. It doesn't always have to look the same way every single time either. But whenever things are flowing and getting put together, it's just a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing. Even sometimes when I'm just making these videos, it's just like an abstract paint on the wall, because I don't always know what these videos are going to be about. But that is beautiful. That's the beauty. That's the art in it. I love it. I love it. Sometimes I just love it because I know that other people can really grab that bit of themselves. Because where I come from is so authentic, you can't fake it. You can't fake going through it. You can't fake going through it. Of course, people, yeah, you can, I guess, but like, check it out. After a while, people are going to catch on. Because if you just keep faking it over and over, people are going to catch on. That's why I feel like it's so much easier to just be who you truly are. There's no reason to just have that mindset of lack, like you're not exactly what other people are expressing themselves like, because they're expressing them, and each and every person has their own story. And also, if you're an artist, just coming from an artist standpoint, do not get all hung up on the actual finished product of making everything perfect, or else you won't actually put anything out. That's just coming from another artist. Just being real with y'all. Like, you can't just be hung up on making every single song perfect. Sometimes the fact that something isn't perfect is what makes it perfect. The fact that it is imperfect expresses that feeling that you wanted to get out. I'm not saying don't make good music. I'm not saying don't make good artwork. I'm not saying don't make good, but not everybody understands that. You know what I mean? Not everybody has that true artist feel about what they want to express is. Sometimes it's more about just learning yourself, learning your self-worth, and letting that speak volumes about where you're at mentally. Sometimes a song can just not even be about really one topic. It could just be about all the different things that you feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes I feel like you should put those songs out. Even those songs that you don't truly understand, maybe the people will. maybe the other people will feel the energy that you're trying to get across, and it ends up hitting for them. Because one thing is about music, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Like bringing back, like coming back around to the Super Bowl halftime show. You see how that has had people talking all week long. Probably have them talking for a couple of weeks. It's because certain music hits a chord. I just noticed I made a play on words with. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Oh man! As soon as I said that, I heard it in my head. I'm not gonna repeat it though. I'm not gonna repeat it. Goodness gracious! But goodness, I can't believe I said that. I didn't mean it in that. Oh my gosh! All right. Anyways, y'all. Certain music just speaks to the spirit in different ways. Sometimes you just gotta let your spirit speak. Let your spirit talk. Sometimes people suppress what their spirit really wants to say and what their spirit really feels so much, they don't even know what it sounds like anymore. And that's the scary part. We got to stop being afraid to be stop being afraid to be our authentic self and leave our unauthentic self alone. Like it's just so sad that we have to be different people whenever we go to work. Be different people whenever we go in public. Be different people whenever we go in front of family and other people. And I believe that a lot of people are so used to putting that mask on, it starts becoming who they are. And they start losing their personality, and they start losing pieces and parts of themselves. And once you start learning a healthy way to express yourself in a way that you're happy with, that will subside. It won't happen anymore. You will only be able to be yourself. And that's what I've been learning that I may have been doing, and I may be guilty of that myself. But it's all a big learning journey. You can't truly just put everything in one box, put everything in one. Even if people don't understand it, don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to put it out. Don't be afraid to push yourself out there. Don't be afraid to love yourself, even through all of your mistakes that you've made in the past. I know I've made a lot of what I would think are mistakes, but maybe they're just lessons reflected back on me whenever I reflect on those decisions that I made. You see what I'm saying? Just don't beat yourself up, y'all. Sometimes you just gotta put it on the track, you know? Not everybody makes music like I do. So, I feel bad for them. I don't mean like I feel bad for them, but you know what I'm saying. That's what I've found that works best for me whenever I'm in a mode that I really need to express myself. A lot of things are going on in my life. I feel like I need to talk to somebody, but I don't have no one to talk to. I get in that booth I pull up Ableton, I pull up BandLab, I pull up all of the things that I use to create. I pull up that creative juices. I pull up those different beats that just, once I hear them, it just sparks something. That's why I feel like a lot of times people, they feel like they have to be better than the other person. That's why they don't allow themselves to freestyle. They don't allow themselves to be free. And just think about the word freestyle. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Whew. Excuse me. Just think about the word freestyle. It's free. It's free. It's that feeling of feeling free and not feeling locked down, not feeling excuse me, not feeling suppressed, not feeling bogged down, not holding back, just letting the feeling feel good or bad, just letting it all through in a free manner. Sometimes I feel like that is extremely important. The only time that I sometimes feel like I belong is whenever I am creating music. And one of the most unfortunate things is because I felt like my music wasn't getting the attention that I thought that it deserved, I stopped making the music, which is so unfortunate, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm just gonna start expressing myself in a way that I can truly feel good about myself. Even if you make stuff and you don't show anybody, I want you guys to start showing people. I want you guys to start putting it out there. Like that, like people will be like, "Oh, what if nobody looks at it?" Okay, well, cool. That whole internal insecureness of, I don't know if people are gonna like it, is gone because nobody saw it. You feel me? It's either nobody's gonna see it and you have nobody to hate on it, or everybody's gonna see it and everybody's gonna love it. It's not gonna happen where everybody sees it and everybody hates it. That's very rare. That's very rare, because if people don't like it, they're just gonna not watch it. They're not gonna listen to it. And it's not a big deal. That's the part that I wish I could tell my younger self. If people don't like it, it's not a big deal. It's more a big deal if you like it, if you enjoy it. And it's kind of a little bit of like a journal of you showing your expressive nature and seeing how that goes. That's the beauty of it. And it is beautiful to look at, to watch, and to listen to, if you really just put yourself out there for other people to actually enjoy it. That's why music and studio sessions are so important to me. That's another thing that I stopped doing, just because music was something that I held near and dear to my heart. I may have to start bringing that back. You see, like, once I start dialing in on the things that I love, I start actually, the focus on my lens becomes a little bit more clear, and I can understand more what I need to be doing and what I'm truly passionate about, regardless of the outcome. Because I just know that that feeling is just so beautiful, and that I feel whenever I am expressing myself. So that's why I made this video, to encourage you guys to express yourselves too. Because I want to share that feeling. I want everybody to feel that feeling. Whenever things get tough and whenever you don't know how to put it into words, you don't know how to vent to, and you don't know who to vent to, you don't know what to vent to, like, I want everybody to have that feeling that I feel whenever I'm creating a song, and that beautiful feeling of expression, because now I understand what I was going through whenever I created this song, this video, this painting, this whatever I decided to create at the moment. And I want you guys to feel that too. But I don't want to just keep repeating myself over and over. I just want to make sure that you guys get it. But I won't talk your ear off too much more. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, peace.